Right. Yeah. Okay, there's some volume there. All right. Tiffany, this is to you, okay? I've just listened to what you were saying on Glenn's, okay? You've made a lot of assumptions. What I will say to you is you don't know. They are just assumptions. You don't know why I'm pissed off at Tracy. You don't know what's gone on in the background. So let me just address a few things first, okay? You said that, well, Glenn said that I'm upset about mod. No, Glenn, I'm not upset about mods. I'm not upset about wrenches, okay? That absolutely doesn't bother me in the slightest. What it did highlight, Glenn, is that you had a problem because you demodded me. So that's why I thought, oh, well, he's gone live. Let's go and see what he's got to say. Because obviously you didn't have the balls to fucking come and say, Nix, I'm pissed off at the things you said. I mean, let's, not forget that you are the troll king, aren't you? You've trolled a lot of people. But okay, the troll king's upset that I trolled him just to make sure that, that he and Penny were going to row because we wanted these fucking transcripts. Of course we did. She's been fucking trolling a lot of, many people for years. So yeah, point number 2. Tracy and Yaxley, they didn't know at first, but I messaged Yaxley straight away within like 5 minutes. He knew, Tracy knew, and that's why she kept saying to Tier 5, stop blocking, because they knew. And actually, they both thought it was a fucking brilliant idea, okay? No one had a problem with it. No one had a problem with what I said, And in fact, when I actually came up on your panel, Glenn, you and Jane were laughing. So just shows how fucking flaky you fuckers are, doesn't it, really? I mean, do I have to say again, you're the troll team. You've been dropping fucking transcripts, exposing the shit that you fucking do. So don't you dare get on your fucking moral high horse and get upset because I did something that actually Tracy and Yax, thought it was a good idea when I told them about it. And that's why I got pissed off with Tier because Tracy said, stop climbing out, okay? So, yeah, stop lying, okay? Tiffany, I'm going to say to you because you kind of, got yourself involved. You said you don't get involved. You should have just said nothing, okay? Because what I will say to you is, oh, you should have more respect for Tracy. Well, you don't know what's gone on. You don't know what's been said. I'm not going to air the dirty laundry. I'm not going to discuss it. But there was more to it. So we'll just leave it at that, okay? Stop making assumptions. There's more to it. I have a right to be pissed off. And it's quite clear to me that things have been said to Glenn because of the things that he actually said tonight. Maybe he should have said them, but it made it very clear to me. Things have been said. So we'll leave it at that. And, yeah, good luck in your endeavors, guys.
So now, we've heard from Nixie. Let's see what Tracy has to say. Because Nixie said Tracy and Yaxley knew. And that they told me and the other mods not to block. Okay? Not to block the channel. All right? So the way Nixie's framing this is that everybody was in on this. Her, Yaxley, and Tracy. And that's why Tracy said not to block. Okay? Okay. Let's take a look at what Tracy has to say. All right, here we are. We're on Glenn's channel. We're in the comments. Okay? This was the live stream from last night. I believe what was it? August 5th. Okay. So, this just went up a couple hours ago. Here's what Tracy has to say. Had to use this channel to see all chat as I couldn't see Nixie. So, Nixie's so pissed off that she blocked Tracy. I was unaware of who Pixie was or what was being said in chat till the fight kicked off. So, Tracy's saying something different here. She says, I was unaware of who Pixie was or what was being said till the fight kicked off. All right? What fight? I don't keep up with chat as it goes. I catch up every now and again. I was told then, after the fact, by Yax, that he knew who Pixie was and to tell Tier not to block. After the fact. Tier and all the mods had previously been told, okay, this was before the chat, before the live stream. This is when the live stream just first got started. I had Tier and all the mods. I had previously been told Glenn, Lisa, Jane were all welcome, but not Penny. I said no blocking. Next thing, it was all going off in chat. Nixie was abusing Laugh and demanding he be unwrenched. Oh, I thought you didn't care about wrenches. Huh, Nixie? Didn't you just say you didn't care about wrenches? But you do now. All right? Then they both came up on panel and had a go at chatting. Then I closed the stream. Then you actually fully explained what had happened. You framed this, Nixie, as if Yaxley and Tracy and you were in on what was going to happen before it happened. You said they agreed and it was a brilliant idea. Is that not what you said? They knew about it. Well, that's not what Tracy's saying here. Okay? And Tracy doesn't have a need to lie. She doesn't have a reason to lie about this. You do, though. You know why? Because you've been double trolling people. You're playing troll shenanigans. And you hopped up on Tracy's live stream when I blocked your other channel, Pixie, who you were acting like Penny. Glenn said the same thing. Glenn said you were acting like Penny. That you were trolling them. You admitted it in your little video that you did before. What, were you mad because I was trolling you? You were trolling Glenn and Jane as if you were Penny. And I blocked you because Tracy said everyone else was welcome but Penny. You came up there in your Pixie channel acting like Penny. So whose fault is that? So now you lied. You got caught. And you were pissed off about it. What did Tracy go on to say? I have not spoken about Nixie to anyone other than Yaxley. When Glenn told me Pixie was Nixie, I did not respond in case it was some kind of setup. I never discussed the Laugh Nixie debate with anyone other than Yaxley. I kept quiet because I don't feed my trolls. Nixie, then, it appears, took it public here. I will say this. I found what she did funny. But she should have told us. Boom. You fucked up right there. You didn't tell her. She didn't know. Otherwise, she might have gone along with it. Otherwise, she would have told me. She could have messaged me and say, yo, check it out. This is what's going on. Don't block it. Don't block the channel. Don't block the Pixie channel. Let it rock out. Whether I understood or not, at least I would have known. It was on me, right? But it wasn't. It was on you. This is a total surprise to me. I didn't know till now Nixie was demodded. Her mods never were an issue to me, as she was only a standard mod, and Laugh had managing mods. And to my knowledge, Laugh never blocked her. I'm Laugh. Tier 5 is Laugh. Blocked her. Or took issue with her. He was very gracious. And I was. Yeah, I goofed with you. I fucked with you. You were nasty. You called me a few names. You came on there and said I was a fucking ugly, that I was a muppet, that I was this, that, and the third. You did that previously and a few other things. I figured I'd just fuck with you and kill you with kindness. Why? Because the issue you and I had was over. Okay? I said what I had to say. You said what you had to say. You rage quit and then fucking took off. All right, let's go on and let's see what else Tracy has to say. What else? Oh, here we go. I would never have told who Pixie was. I don't speak to Glenn about Nixie or anyone other than our common enemies. I was shocked when Glenn said it was Nixie. Shocked when Glenn said the Pixie channel was Nixie. Because you came on there, on Glenn's live stream a few weeks ago, and you admitted it. And guess what? Nobody would have known had you kept your mouth shut, Nixie. Had you kept your mouth shut, everybody would have continued to assume that the Pixie channel, which was trolling Glenn, which was trolling Jane, that's why Glenn was pissed off at you. Because of the things you said. Nobody would have known. We were all under the assumption that the Pixie channel was Penny. And you went And you spilled the beans. Why? Because you were lying. Because Yaxley and Tracy didn't know. And you framed it like they did know. And you got mad at me because I blocked your channel. And you weren't allowed to do your troll shenanigans on Tracy's channel because she didn't know. I was shocked when Glenn said it was Nixie, and I skirted the conversation because I was not sure what to say. Sorry, Nix. I'm a no-comment kind of gal, and I didn't comment on it. I have no issues with the sock. Didn't then, don't now. I don't like the laugh side of it and how he was abused. This is the first time I have said that. Okay. Here's Tracy's other comment. I would have given consent to use that sock, and I would have told Laugh to leave the sock be. See? Right there. You lied. That's why you opened your mouth on Glenn's live stream. That's why you said that you, Nixie, was the Pixie channel, even though you were acting like you were Penny. That Pixie channel was acting like it was Penny. That was real stupid of you. But I take it that because Tracy didn't know, you were worried that Yaxley was going to say something. Somebody was going to say something. So you figured you'd come on there and confess yourself. Oh, I confessed to everybody. So why are you mad at me? You shouldn't be mad at me. See, it's not so much the crime that gets you. It's the cover-up, sweetheart. And that's what you tried to do. You tried to cover it up. But it didn't work. Because I caught you. Glenn caught you. Jane caught you. Now Tracy knows. But that's okay. Because you already blocked Tracy. You ain't coming back to her live streams. I haven't seen you on the last 2-3 live streams that she's done. I haven't seen you since. And you damn sure ain't coming back to Glenn's live stream. Because you're blocked there now. I didn't block you. I never blocked you. I'm glad I didn't block you. Because had I blocked you, and I had the managing mod status, still have it. I'm number 2 behind CEO. I got managing mod status. I could have used it. As soon as you came in there, I could have banged you out. But I didn't want to do it. You know why? Because I handled you face to face. That's why. When I hopped on Tracy's channel when you came in there, we handled our differences face to face. There was no reason for me to turn around and take it there. That had nothing to do with it. So I figured, hey, you know what? As long as this chick is okay, let her rock out. And I'm glad I did it because guess what? None of this would have came out had I blocked you. See how that works? Yep, that's how that works, sweetheart. Now you have a nice day. And you should focus on your own business instead of getting into somebody else's. Okay? Because I noticed that the other day you were crying and boo-hooing about, oh, this person is making false accusations against me. This person doxed me. This person, and it all had to do that they're making it seem. Now, no, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I don't condone doxing. I don't think it's right. Just because somebody has a difference of opinion or an argument, I don't condone that. It's not a good thing. And I'm not saying it's okay for that person to do that. Okay? But obviously this had something to do with how you feel about Israel and Palestine and how he feels about Israel and Palestine. You have a difference of opinions. Okay, that's fine. No problem. People have a difference of opinions all day. I wouldn't have taken offense to it. But then again, where I stand on the whole Israel-Palestine thing is probably different than how most people stand. Okay? Because I don't worry about what goes on in somebody else's country. I worry about what goes on in my country. Okay, I'm not okay with how my country's handling certain things. I'm not okay how my country's handling the Israel-Palestine thing. But I know that this is eventually going to come to an end. So whatever you got going on over there with those people, I don't think it had to do with the Israel-Palestine thing. I think it had to do with your attitude and how you handled it. That's why the person did what they did. Again, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying it's right. You got a fucking problem. And I don't think you belong on YouTube. Oh, you have a right to be on YouTube. But you don't know how to talk to people. You're one of these people that get on here and think you can talk any old way just because you're behind a computer screen or behind a smartphone or behind a keyboard. One of these keyboard warriors come on here and just start yapping your mouth off, saying whatever you want to say. You've been caught lying already. You've been caught double trolling. You know, you've been caught trying to cover over what you've done. And then you tell more lies because you cover over what you've done. You're not a very smart person. And it's my advice to you that you just keep your fucking mouth shut. Because you really don't know. You're not good with people at all. At all. You jump in people's chats. You start, making demands. You start doing this. You tried to tell Tracy what to do. Nobody comes on that fucking channel and does that. Nobody. I should have blocked you right then and there. Nobody comes on Tracy's channel and tells Tracy what to do. And then you turn around and you did it to Glenn's channel. Drop the link. Blah, blah, blah. This and that. What's going on with this? What's going on? Who the fuck do you think you are? You can do that on your live stream. How do you come on somebody else's live stream and fucking act rude and nasty like that? You don't belong on here. You really don't. But you have a right to stay here. You have a right to stay here. And you have a right to your own opinions. But you do not have a right to treat people the way you treat people. And that's all I have to say.